What's up, you guys? It's the Mojo Boss. A lot of you guys may know who I am. A lot of you guys may not know who I am. Either way, I'm going to be breaking down a free training on what I do step by step. Okay. A lot of you guys want to become rich. A lot of you guys want to become successful. If you're seeing this, you're already on the road. Okay. All you need to do is have the discipline to watch this full thing. Because I'm telling you, a lot of people, you'll watch your full movies the full way. You get what I'm saying? You'll play video games for hours. You'll watch shows, you get what I'm saying, do all this distraction stuff for hours. But if I'm providing a 19-year-old millionaire right now is providing a free training to you, and if you cannot watch this, then that is strictly on you. Okay, I'm taking time out of my day to help you out, and I want you to know this is value. Okay, so the first thing is this is Meo e-commerce. This is not the regular e-commerce where you just throw a random product up from AliExpress and expect it to sell, right? So this is a little bit different. It's kind of a way to get more profit, just outsource things so you're not doing all the work. You can literally take 1 to 2 hours a day once you get good at it, right? But the first thing is, who am I? Okay, a lot of you guys, like I said, may know who I am. A lot of you guys may not. So literally, before I get into the money aspect, y'all, I'm genuinely like a genuine person. And I hope you guys realize this. I'm not one of these people on IG just flexing to make you guys feel bad about yourself. I want to see you win. Okay, I want to see you get motivated. But yes, I am a millionaire. I became a millionaire like a year ago. I've been grinding for a couple of years now, but I have multiple accounts. You get what I'm saying? Where people watch me, right? And I also own a clothing brand that makes, I think it just hit 7 figures. I started that a year and a half ago. That has something to do with my MEO as well. And then I own multiple drop shipping stores, right? This has something to do with MEO too as well. But you guys have to understand that this stuff is possible, y'all. I mean, if I did this in a couple of years, like this stuff is literally possible to you. Like you should feel motivated from this stuff. Never feel envious when people, you get what I'm saying, are doing big things like this. But the other thing is I help a bunch of hundreds of e-com beginners, right? Not only people who are already good at e-com scale up, but e-com beginners, right? And I helped dozens make almost 10K a month, almost 20K a month, almost 30K a month. I think one of the highest was almost, I believe, 43K, and that was this past month. So like I said, I'm a genuine person. I care about seeing other people succeed as well as myself, right? But the other thing is it wasn't really like that, y'all. Like when I was younger, I did not grow up with getting a bunch of handouts, stuff like that. I was literally mowing lawns in 2022. Now it's a couple years later. You get what I'm saying? But this is how fast your life can change for the better. If I was mowing lawns, wearing the same clothes every day, getting bullied, you're telling me you can't get rich literally within 6 months to a year to 2 years. It's possible, y'all. It is literally possible, right? There were some days I couldn't even afford lunch at school. And I remember thinking to myself, I got to change my life. So I started watching a couple of YouTube videos. And I thought, I heard about e-com and I was like, I'm gonna try to just do it on my own. So I watched YouTube videos, and that was one of the biggest mistakes I ever made because it puts a lot of stress on you and it makes you feel like you have to figure everything out, right? That was my biggest mistake. That's when I kind of met a mentor. I DM'd him because I saw he was crushing it, right? And I was like, I want to kind of, you get what I'm saying? I want to kind of do what he does. And I'm not gonna lie, like that's when a lot of things changed, is right when I got that person who was kind of giving me direction, right? Like I said, getting a mentor was probably one of the best things I invested into, because you guys have to realize it is about the knowledge you're getting. They're going to give you knowledge, but it's about the mistakes you're avoiding that a lot of people make. Okay. A wise person learns from the mistakes. A wiser person learns from other people's mistakes as well. Okay. Those are both smart, but learning from other people's mistakes will not only save you time, but save you money, especially if you're wanting success a little bit quicker, right? The other thing too, this fast forward now, I'm literally playing GTA in real life. Like I feel like it's just crazy how fast, you get what I'm saying, your life can change. And all glory to God, like it's just crazy. Like I would never think, if you told me 2 years ago, I would be sitting here with 500,000 cars and a penthouse and an actual house and all these other things. And like, I want you guys to know this is possible, man. So like I said, enough about me. Let's get into what this video is about. MEO Ecom. What exactly do I do and what is MEO? Okay. So e-commerce without MEO, this is kind of just selling anything online. E-com is just selling anything online. Amazon, Temu, Alibaba, all those are Amazon. I mean, all those are e-com stores. Okay, so you probably shopped e-com and you don't even realize it. So the only difference is MEO. That's oh shoot, I went to the next slide. The only difference is MEO. That's multiple e-com operator. Okay, so that's the only difference. Is a bunch of these. I'll kind of go more in depth about it a little bit later, but it's a way to get more profit. You're still selling things online, but it's a whole different way and it's a whole different system. Okay. There's systems behind these things which make the businesses good. Okay. So the other thing is, dude, I don't think y'all realize this. E-com is supposed to hit 7.6 trillion globally in 2026. You got to realize that all you have to do is get 0.00001% of that to make 700K. Imagine if you had 700K, what would you do that with that right now? You have a better chance of probably winning the lottery 2 times in a month than not doing this. You guys have to realize that this stuff is possible. And this is why I'm telling you, this is not tapped into like everybody says, oh, e-com is tapped into. But MEO e-com is not that. This is barely anybody knows about it because barely anybody knows how to correctly run it. Okay. So the next thing is, what is MEO and how is it different? One store, once you get it down, is limited. So once you kind of start an e-com store, like regular e-com, you get one store and you just try to keep scaling that one up and keep scaling that one up. And you realize once you start like drop shipping or something like that, and you only start one store, that it kind of limits you. Of course, when you first start MEO, you're going to start one store, but there is a way to outsource it to make it a lot more profitable. Okay. But then MEO, like I said, is more profitable and it's less time consuming if you follow the correct steps. So if you follow the correct steps, you won't have to worry about spending 6 and 7 hours a day on it, because I know a lot of you guys, you're at work, you're doing stuff, so you don't have time to be spending literally double what you're spending time at work just on a regular drop shipping store. Like a lot of these people want you to do, they want you to spend 7 hours a day. You get what I'm saying? Trying to run just one store. And I know I mentioned it's limited, but that store, if you're not correctly doing MEO with it, that can become a liability on your time and you're not getting as much profit as if you were just to do MEO, right? So you use the same business skills, but with multiple different products. So a lot of people, they start a store and they just use one product, one marketing skill. But MEO, you use multiple different marketing skills, or like you use the same business skills, but you can leverage that and use it for different products, different stores, stuff like that, right? And the other thing is, you're your own competitor. And I'm going to explain more about that a little bit later. But you get more long-term success. Normally, when you start a dropshipping store, you start it and then obviously you ride it out for the season and then it kind of slows down, right? But MEO is a little bit more consistent, right? And MEO is any type of dropshipping store. What happens is, you get what I'm saying? You're competing with a bunch of people because you have to go with seasons and look at what your competitors are doing. But obviously some stuff you still have to look at what your competitors are doing. MEO, but it's a little different, okay? MEO, you could scale it faster. You could exit the e-com brands. Okay. So exit means kind of like, I'll get into more of that later, but that's how you get more profit. You can get more profit the more you build and sell. So like I said, I teach you guys how to do that a little bit later on, but, then you're not being stuck running the same store, trying to keep the same store active with the same products for years upon years, right? Because a lot of people do that. They start a store, they make like 20K off of it. Then it's like winter time and they were selling a summer product. Now they have to try to hurry up and find a different product, right? So the other thing is, this is how I know MEO works, because literally, dude, so many people that I'm helping out are making tons of money, right? People are getting orders within, like, I'm telling you, like, people are getting orders within their first couple of drops. And the good thing is, it doesn't cost that much to start. Here's some more. I could keep going on for ages. You get what I'm saying with how many people are actually really making money with this. But there's one thing, I would say like 96% of people will try this and they will fail. Not because the opportunity isn't real, because I do it, right? Not because they're not smart enough, but simply because they're going to make the same 3 mistakes over and over that are not only going to cost them time, but going to cost them money. Okay. So 1, we got the mistake, picking the wrong business model for their personality and situation. like job shipping, all that stuff can work, right? But the thing is, it does not work for everyone. If you're creative and you love fashion, a clothing brand might be perfect for you. If you're like systems, job sharing might be your lane. But if you're good on camera, TikTok shop might be your thing. But a lot of people don't realize that there's certain ways to do MEO. And maybe if you're going into it with, hey, I have this personality trait, but I'm doing this, then it may mess up your dedication towards that business, right? So that's why MEO is a little different than just starting a drop shipping store and just running it. You get what I'm saying? You're selling pet food, but you don't even want to sell pet food, right? Um, the mistake number two is only focusing on tactics, not principles. Okay. Most people always feel like, what product should I sell? Which TikTok sound is going to go viral? Which caption? What time? You get what I'm saying? What's the best Shopify theme? All these are tactical questions, but tactical questions come and go. Okay. Principles are forever. And that's what MEO teaches you. Drop shipping and regular, just not drop shipping, but regular ecom, that'll just teach you, okay, you want to just find a product and use a sound and it's going to go viral. But there's going to be certain things you have to learn that are principles, not only for drop shipping, but for MEO and for other businesses as well, right? So that's why once you kind of start learning from me, you start to realize that I'm teaching you business principles that you can also use in other businesses, right? Other thing, mistake number three is they try to do it alone. This is the biggest mistake you can make because, like I said, you can watch as many YouTube videos, you can watch as many, you get what I'm saying, things to try to help you. But the thing is, you can't let your pride get in the way. Okay. You can't be like, oh, I don't want to learn because why would you get what I'm saying? Why would I let them teach me or you get what it's just full of pride and you don't want to be that way because if you're not willing to learn from other people, then you're going to end up making the same mistakes they made. And they could have just told you, hey, don't start your product this way. Hey, before you talk to a supplier, do this. So there's certain things that it's like, even if it's like website design, there's certain things with that marketing, Facebook ads, you don't want to be burning money. Not burning money, but what's the most valuable thing? Time, right? You don't want to be burning time just because you want it to be prideful and not have somebody teach you. And you don't like, I'm telling you, like when I was trying to do everything by myself, like not by myself, but when I was just trying to do everything by watching YouTube videos, I felt like I was just wasting months spinning my wheels, burning money, okay, on products that never sold, just making rookie mistakes. But then, like I said, I got somebody who could teach me. Then my Facebook guys got better. My organic marketing videos got better. I'll go to guys started getting more sales, dude. I think my third drop, I hit like 7K in sales. And it just really helps when you're not only getting knowledge, but you're avoiding mistakes as well, right? The other thing is now I'm about to show you how you can avoid these mistakes and build a real profitable e-com business. Okay. Whether that's job shipping, clothing brand, TikTok shop. Okay. Now, one of my first stores did over 400K in just a couple months and almost 25K in a single day just with AOI, one viral TikTok. So look, this is somebody who I'm kind of teaching. And this person almost made 3K, or I'll say like 2.5K in the past weekend. Okay, this is a college student. He's doing almost 4K a month while in school. Just off working a couple hours, and keep in mind this dude is busy. Just off working a couple hours in the day. Okay, Sarah, who graduated, she literally went from not knowing what MEO ecom was to literally doing almost 7K this month, and she's about to quit her job. Okay, the next is this is little testimony I copy and pasted from the group. I failed multiple times with like ecom. He did regular ecom before, but then he got in the community, he got in the inner circle, and it's been a game changer ever since. My views, my sales, my target audience all got in place. Okay, this is Jackson. My boy's been going crazy as well. But the craziest part is these people are not special geniuses. These are regular people, and you can do the same thing. Okay. The pillar one, I'm going to kind of break this down for you, is product selection. You need to make sure your products are good with any store you're starting. When you're first starting that store, before you get fully into MEO, you need to make sure your products are good. You can't just throw up a random product from AliExpress. And like I said, it's going to be harder to market if it's not a good product. Then you need content domination. And you guys know there are certain pillars, especially when you're doing things to grab people's attention, to do what you need to do. Okay. That's why MEO is so important, because you could learn it with one skill and implement that in not only MEO, but different businesses. But Yeah, this is a third, but back in scaling, this is probably one of the hardest things. And everybody always thinks, oh, yeah, it's just simple. You start a store, find a product. I'm going to just look it up on YouTube and try to do it because all it is finding a store, doing a product. But there's so many back end systems to actually getting those sales, actually having a sustainable business that you need to have implemented in your MEO store. Okay. Now, here's the thing. I could just give you a bunch of general advice. You get what I'm saying? And maybe you're not even taking notes right now. But the truth is that advice won't get you where you need to go. You need specifics. You need personal help. You need a roadmap. You need somebody who's actually going to guide you. Okay. That's literally why I created a inner circle. This isn't just no course. You guys know me. I don't do no courses. This is an actual mentorship. Okay. It's literally how I'm going to teach you and how you have the chance to become very profitable in this before it's the new wave in like 5 years and everybody's on it. Because think of drop shipping. Okay. The first 5 years, it was very profitable, and then everybody hopped on it. But who was still profitable? The people who started early. So it's good to start early in this MEO before you get what I'm saying. It actually turns up, and it's way different than how it was before, and it's harder to become profitable. You don't want to wait. One of the biggest mistakes you can make is waiting on the perfect time. Okay. You need to take action now. So here's exactly what you get when you join the inner circle. Okay. Personal coaches on standby 24/7 who reply to every single question you have. Not only how basic or advanced, we're here to assist you. Okay. Personalized marketing strategies tailored toward your specific business. And this is why it's so good, because you need to be personalized help. You can't just keep watching YouTube videos expecting the same help. It needs to be personalized. Okay. Then you get direct access to products that are winning right now. You get weekly calls. You get also calls with me as well. Okay. You get calls with your coaches. You guys need to understand there's so much to gain from this. If you're missing out on this, I don't know what to tell you. Okay. So now, who is this for? Okay, this is for people who actually want to become successful. This is people who actually, you say you want the successful life, but are you going to take action? Okay, and this is your chance to take action. If you want to work with me and my team, I will leave a link below for the inner circle, so you can join. Basically, how it kind of work is all you need to do, it's literally takes 2 seconds to fill out the form, 3 seconds to fill out the form, and we're just trying to help you out. You get what I'm saying? It's free calls, we're helping you out. And I'm trying to tell you, if you're not taking this opportunity, it's on you, because once this business model is tapped into, only the people who started early are going to be winning on this, right? So like I said, if this sounds like a good fit, somebody will reach out to you and we'll kind of get on a call with you. Um, I'll have one of my team members get on a call with you. He'll kind of dig deep into your specific goals, why you want to be successful with this, everything like that. Identify the things that's kind of holding you back, kind of give you some motivation as well, give you the right direction. But like I said, the spots for these calls are pretty limited, right? We don't just, they're really limited because we have to make sure these people are, you guys are serious, right? So like I said, if you want a chance to get help from me directly and personal coaches and this MEO stuff before it pops off, and before, like I said, ecom gets big, and not only ecom, but it grows globally, this is your chance. Okay. I'll leave something below to fill out a form. And once you kind of fill out that form, either be expecting a call or something like that from somebody, or say you don't qualify, feel free to come back and fill out the form again. Okay. Maybe a couple months down the road. So like I said, look, at the end of the day, this is kind of, imagine waking up a year from now. Okay. Your phone's blowing up with order notifications. You're chilling on the beach. You got a penthouse in a different state. You got a mansion. You're about to get your dream car just because you decided to take action right now. All it takes is to fill out literally this form that takes max a couple seconds, max 2 minutes to fill out. If you're not taking this opportunity, it's on you. Okay. We're trying to help you out. If this sounds like a good deal, like I said, fill out this form below and we're going to help you guys out. Right. Like I said, spots are limited though. I don't want to make this oversaturated to the point where I'm allowing everybody in. So if you want a chance to get in, okay, and this is your chance, because that means if you're watching this, the free training is still up. If you want this chance and this opportunity, I will leave a link below. You could fill out an application, and just know You're going to have a crazy chance to run up a bag if you take this opportunity. Love y'all. Peace.